shuttle laps for the race. This is sick.
This is the second race in our Horn Pond DH race series, where we're competing amongst friends for practice before real races. So we got shuttle laps up this time, and we did a few practice laps, and then we started doing race runs. So I'll cut to the race runs now. All right, the first rider up is Lucas Krasinski. Let's see how he can do. He did pretty good in the Funner DH one. So yeah, pedaling in towards the start, getting lots of speed. This is pretty good for him. Hopefully he can maintain his energy through this whole pedaling section. All right, pretty quick through these first few little turns before entering the longer pedally section. Right in the middle, just trying to get as much power as possible. Might be a mistake though, he's getting in the ruts. All right, let's see what he takes in this first corner. And ends up taking a higher line. So this one seems to be pretty quick. All right, going into this first rock roll. And that'll be where we can get the first split time. Wow, slows down a lot here. This is gonna be a little tight. So yeah, dropping in this first rock roll is a pretty good line, but it doesn't go super fast. He's gonna have to pedal really hard here to keep up. All right, yeah, you can see him putting in the work. Let's see how he can do once he gets in this longer section. This will go into the steeper rock roll. Let's see what line he takes. So yeah, he ends up going pretty far left. Yeah, he ends up taking a left line, so this is going to mean that he can go pretty fast, take the smoother line down the roller, but has a worse exit. All right, now he's dropping down these rocky sections. He's going to have to get off the brakes if he wants to get a good time here. All right, yeah, taking a pretty good line through there. Yeah, all right, and decides to go up for a second on the dirt, but then comes back down. All right, as he goes in this next section, let's see if he goes up on the dirt or tries to stay low. All right, decides to stay low. Could be a mistake, but yeah, he's going pretty quick through here. Let's see what he can do to make some more time, because some of those sections weren't the best, but let's see what he can get at the end here. All right, pedaling really hard through here. Whoa, this is pretty quick. Nice, let's see. All right, he goes left of the roots, trying to keep it as clean as possible. Almost the end, and 134.80. That's a pretty fast run.
The next rider is Ian in Croatia. See how he does on this run.
Go.
Alright, pedaling into the first turn. He's carrying some pretty good speed to this first split.
Timer's about to start, and it's just started.
Alright, yeah, he's shifting up through here.
The thing about Ian is he's a really good pedaler.
Yeah, that was pretty good pedaling there. Ooh, it's pretty central here. Whoa, that's a little sketchy. I don't know what happened there, but yeah.
Let's see where he
pretty
takes
far right.
turn.
Let's see where he takes this turn. Oh, and he goes low.
Too far out. Pretty bad line.
Ooh, that looks pretty slow. Let's see if he can gain some time back before the first split. Oh, off the brakes here though. Going pretty quick. Low line for this rock roll. Let's see what he can do. We'll get the first split in a second.
Definitely a big improvement from Lucas.
Yeah, 0.9 up. He gained that time back.
But here is where he definitely exceeds from everyone else for
Yeah,
pedaling.
he's pedaling really hard through here into the first large rock roll. Oh, and he's pretty far left. Wow. Ooh,
Wow, he's braking a lot.
Yeah, quite a lot of braking into this, but pretty decent line as he comes down here. All right, dropping in the first one. All right, and he's coming through the last rocks. And he's 4.63 up. That's pretty good. Let's see if he can keep that going until the finish. That's a pretty big margin, though. It's gonna be hard for him to lose that. Stays in the middle. Just like
in the
Lucas.
trench.
That line's a little slow.
He is pedaling a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But that's from making up from his intense braking. Alright, now this is where he just pedals. Yep, jumps that. Over the root.
And he does a 131, 3.37 up.
Three.
Next rider up is Quan. Absolute shredder. Let's see what he can do. Alright, definitely hard in the pedals through here. Getting really good speed to defer when this clock starts, and the clock started. Okay, let's see. Alright, through these little bits. Yep, pretty quick. Alright, into the pedaling section. Hard on the gas here. Let's see what he can do.
Something you need to know about Quan is that he rips through tech. Let's see how he competes with everyone else.
Oh, goes for the low line. This line definitely doesn't seem to be as fast as that upper one. You really can't get a good angle and have to brake a lot. Let's see if we can gain that time back though. Alright, he's pushing through here.
See the rock
Let's see what he can do. That was a little sketchy. Alright, nothing here. He's 0.37 up. Okay, so he did manage to keep some time through there. That was a lot of hard
pedaling aggressively a lot better for me. And
this is fast. That was a lot of pedaling. Let's see what he can do through this rock roll. Alright. Ooh, takes a far right line. Okay. Different than the rest of them. It's going to give him a better exit line, but it's a lot bumpier through the rock roll.
see how he takes it through this techie section. Good line. Oh, a bit sketchy there.
Yeah, alright, left from most people there. Let's see what he can do here. Whoa, really bumpy. And 3.45 up. That's good. He gained a bunch of time there. Alright, into the slower section. He was really doing good in practice.
Inside the trench, doesn't go to high line. Let's see how he does.
Doesn't take the high line. Wow, he's ripping though. Completely off the brakes there. Alright, let's see what he can do here.
Wow, the bike control is amazing.
Yeah, you can see the bike moving under him. Let's see what he does.
Final section, he's gonna pedal really hard.
Yep, and goes over the roots kind of in the middle. And let's see what he does. He has a 124.93.
Alright, I'm up. I'm Yonas Kreisstein. Let's see how I do. I know I did some really sketchy sections in some parts. So hopefully it doesn't look that bad on camera.
Pedaling up to this first one. He's going pretty quick through here. I feel like most riders are getting this first section pretty good. Into here and yeah, just kind of right in the center. So let's see what line he takes into the first corner. It's pretty critical. Yeah. Oh, he takes the upper line.
Yep.
Yeah, this one looks pretty quick. Carrying good speed.
I see it.
Alright, into the first split. Let's see what he has. Oh, he's up by 3.3. That was really fast. That was a huge margin over Quan's run.
Not as fast pedaling than Quan up here.
Yeah.
That definitely did make me lose a lot of time.
Alright, let's see what line he takes in this rock roll. Alright, he takes the smoother left line, but it's going to leave him with that harder exit.
How I do? Oh, a bit sketchy.
Yeah, slid a bit.
Right
kind
here.
of far left
line.
as well, yeah. Oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Lots of slowing down there. Let's see if he can keep it up. That was pretty sketchy. Oops, someone in the way. Alright. Only, still 0.65 up, but he's got to keep it pretty quick to keep up with Quan's time through here. Quan was absolutely flying.
Taking the high line to the low line here.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so he kind of went half and half on there. Let's see what it does. He's looking pretty quick. I don't know which way it's going to go right now.
Oh,
big slow down there. Oh, that probably lost in that margin. Let's see, he's going to need to pedal like crazy to gain that back. Let's see what he can do. Going to the finish, and 125.36.
3, 2,
Alright, this is
1.
Griffin Yurkowicz. He won the last race, so let's see what he can do with this first one. Pedaling hard in this first split, that was quick.
More aggressive pedaler here than everyone else.
Yeah, might leave him tied for the next one. He is really flying on this first section.
Going all out on the beginning.
Yeah, pretty far right here, trying to stay out of those ruts that are in the middle.
Let's see where he takes the line to the left. Let's see.
Oh, he goes to the low line. Yeah, a lot of braking there. Takes it pretty quick though, compared to most of the runs. Let's see what he can do. Going to the first rock roll. Not going super fast here. Let's see what this time is.
Oh yeah, he slows down a lot.
A lot of slowing there.
Doesn't
Still
look
wow. 6-9 up, so he's up on Quan. Let's see if he can keep that margin though. We know Quan was absolutely flying that lower section.
He's definitely really tired here.
Yeah, he's gassed trying to pedal in this next section. Alright, dropping the rock roll. He takes the left line. It's going to leave him with a hard... Oh, he kind of crosses to the right there, trying to make his exit a little better, but I don't know how effective that was.
Okay, not as sketchy here. He's whipping through all the rocks.
Yeah, doing pretty good here. Let's see what he does at that first split. Oh, and he's 0.38 up. Okay, so he's up on Quan still by a little bit, but let's see if he can hold this. This lower section, Quan was absolutely flying in.
Okay, takes the high line to the low line.
Not going the quickest here. He's really going to need to go quick in this lower last section if he has any chance of beating Quan's time.
Let's see if he has the energy still to pedal the final section.
Yeah.
You can see he's pretty tired right here.
Yeah, he just tries to coast right here. Let's see if he can... Yonas goes over the brakes. He's going pretty quick here. And... 127. Alright, I'm up next. Jack Eichberger. This was a pretty decent run, so yeah, pedaling kind of slow out of here. I think a lot of the people had me beat in this upper section. I had done stuff before this. I wasn't that refreshed before this, but yeah, I went up on this left side to try to stay out of those ruts, but I'm not sure it was that effective.
See which line he takes. High line, pretty good, not as sketchy.
Yeah, I had to slow up a bit because I kind of messed that up, but let's see. We're going in the first split. Let's see what time I got. And, ooh, slowed down a lot for that, but
lots of braking.
3.22 up over Quan's.
Now let's see how he pedals up this hill.
Yeah, this is slow. Definitely slower than the last few. Let's see if I can keep that lead before the next split.
Oh yeah, no, really slow. You gotta change gears there.
Yeah, alright. Drop it into the rock roll. Full left line. Oh, pretty quick though. Alright. Yeah, going through these rocks. Decent line. Over a few there. Yeah, keeping pretty good speed through here. Let's see if I can keep that lead that I had at the first split. And 0.42. So lost a lot of time, but hope I can keep it up at the end.
So he takes the upper line to, oh, he keeps the upper line, wow.
Yeah, went far in there, so that kept me out of those rocks for a little longer, give me a little bit of a break.
Yep.
Hopefully I have the energy to pedal in a slower section. I can't remember. Yeah, that's pedaling here. Okay. Off here, over the roots. Let's see what the time is. And 124.53, I was 0.4 up. So these are the current standings now. I have 6 points as I won both the past 2 races. Griffin went 4th, but he won the last race, so he ends up with 3. Quan, Fu, and Yonas swapped places and each have gotten a 2 and a 1 point, and now they're at 3 points as well, and everyone else still has 0. See you in the next race.